All right, you already know what it is, y'all. Let me get it up in this mix. Hold on, over here, over there. Happy Sunday, y'all. Boruto episode 170. It was a cool one. It was like a mix of some old shit with some new shit. And just let's get straight into the bag, bruh. So you already know how I do it. I go upon my points based on how the episode rolled out. So this is not like an in-depth review or anything like that. It's just more of a discussion. And I go from point one to, like, today I only got about 10 points in total. And it's just like what popped into my head as the episode was rolling out, you know? So let's just get on to the shit. Number one, bruh. So there's tape around Boruto's, I don't like this angle, bruh. There's tape around Boruto's hand, right? And there was two things that popped in my head. The first thing is, of course, he's been going through some intense training. So they're just trying to give you a little bit of a timeline, but through a visual approach, you know? So rather than saying 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, rather than saying that type of shit or using dialogue, you know, they just want to show that that boy been putting in that work. The second thing that popped in my head, it may be stupid because we know he's been a Kage before. He's a 6 Hokage. But I kind of question, like, does he know about the karma mark? Because it seems as if, I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure the hand that is taped up is the same hand that has the karma mark on it. And it's a dumb question to me because I kind of feel as if he would be informed of that type of thing, you know, being who Kakashi is. Plus, he's training the motherfucker, so it's like, no, you gotta know. Like when Naruto had, like, he knew Naruto had the fucking kurama inside of his stomach while he was training him. It's like everyone knew except for the nigga Naruto, right? On to number two. Shikadai willing to fight Boruto if it means saving his life. And that's a little bit of the discussion they were having. Like, Shikadai was questioning whether or not Boruto was fighting or training hard in order to get that rematch, if it was revenge heavy or what. He didn't really know. In his mind, he wanted revenge. And this kind of reminded me of the time, I'm pretty sure Shikamaru did the same thing back in the Naruto days when Naruto was just so gung-ho about going to save Sasuke. And it might have came up a couple of times. I wasn't too sure if it was the first rescue mission or if it was back when the 5 Kage summit, when that motherfucker was throwing hands and the whole team was like, yo, dog, fuck that nigga Sasuke. We ain't fucking with that nigga no more. Like, the whole squad. The only one that was sticking up for him was my nigga Naruto. When them niggas was in the snow and shit, wearing the mink coats and shit. I don't know if they was wearing minks, but they was wearing ponchos type shit. But it was kind of like of a flashback. They do a good job of showing how the children are just like their parents without really recycling too much of the narratives or recycling too much of the fucking storylines from the past generation. It's just more so, it just seems like genetic. They make it so genetic. They make it just like, oh, that is your son, bro. Like, that's definitely your son. It's like, I don't know, you feel as if if you watch the old shit, you feel as if you're kind of, I don't know, it feels like you're not, I don't want to say you're like these generations' parents or anything like that, but you kind of just feel that, okay, these motherfuckers are definitely related type shit, you know? Point three, I mean. So, Boruto explains how deep was the catalyst, and it's something that all viewers kind of knew, but it's still good world building as he explains this to Shikadai. Because you get a different perspective. Like, of course, Shikadai, you know, he's looking at Boruto like, dog, I hope you're not going after this revenge, because this motherfucker is a beast, bro. He just fucked me and my niggas up. If you go out there, bro, you might fucking die, dog, and I'm not willing to have you lose. I'm not willing to lose you, bro. But it's like, although it may seem like, duh, we already knew this as, like, duh, this is a character to help Boruto's character development. As a viewer, we know that. It's a bit of a dramatic irony because Shikadai doesn't know this, but it just, like I said, good world building, good dialogue, good team chemistry building, because now we get to see Shikadai and Boruto get into a bit more meaningful dialogue. They're not just sitting at a fucking burger shop eating, you know, burgers and playing video games, talking about cheat codes and shit no more. They're getting on to more, I guess, philosophical point of views, more like in touch with each other, more emotionally, you know? They're showing a greater bond. Let's get it to point 4. We got Sasuke and Sarada. So as soon as we pop into their scene, like I get a little grin on my face. I don't know what it is. I think it's because of Sasuke, dog, because that's my nigga, bruh. Real talk, that's my motherfucking nigga. But we also see that they've upgraded, so they're no longer doing pellets. And when I seen that motherfucker just threw up that scroll and a bunch of kunai came out, I was like, bro, this nigga is fucking crazy. It couldn't be me, dog. Like, that's some crazy shit. That's some fucking crazy shit. Like, I would never even, if I had a daughter, bro, I'm not throwing knives at her. I know this is an anime. I know this is the ninja world. But that just shows you the level of intensity that they're going through. Like, god damn. Like, when the kunai came out, I was like, what the fuck, dog? And it also seemed at this point that Sarada, excuse me, y'all burped. It also seemed at this point that Sarada's training had surpassed Boruto. Like, it seemed as if she was getting better and quicker, at her, Sharingan training. Which was kind of weird because when we first got introduced to this whole training arc, Boruto, like I said, he slashed through the motherfucking rock, and Sarada seemed like she was just getting her ass beat. At this point of the anime, it kind of tossed, like it seemed as if Sarada was, putting in that work, and, Boruto was at a halt. He was at a standstill. Which also moves into my point 5. Sarada brings up the Mangekyo Sharingan, right? And the look on Sasuke's face was like, oh shit. Like, it looked as if she asked about sex. Like, this looked like the birds and the bees talk, y'all. And it was just kind of like, it was funny at first. It was kind of like the look on his face, it was kind of like, you could tell it was an awkward moment for him. But then it turned it got depressing, bro. It got real depressing, especially when Sakura came in because, in Sarada's eyes, she just wants to be as strong as her dad. She just wants to be good. She just wants to, kind of like what Sasuke was going through when he was watching his brother train, when he was trying to get his father's attention. It was just kind of fucking sad, dog, because she just, in her mind, all she has to do is train and get the Mangekyo Sharingan. All she has to do is fucking, go hard at this shit. And this is more dramatic irony. We know what the fuck you gotta go through to get that motherfucking shit. We know, like, poor Sarada, my nigga. Poor Sarada, my nigga. But I do enjoy how the show kind of, like, if you're a new viewer, like, if you're getting into Boruto or getting into the Naruto universe via Boruto, I do like how the show does take its time to explain certain things again. So we got a little bit meaning from the Sharingan and the Mangekyo Sharingan when Sarada kind of says, they get in, like, not an argument, but it was like more of a talk with Sasuke after Sarada storms off and shit. She's like, you know what you got to go through, bro. I don't know if I'm willing, because it was more of a like Sakura explaining like how she has worry for Sarada. Like, she doesn't know if she's willing to accept that Sarada's gonna have to go through tragedy, pain, loss, all these things. Which brings me into point 7. And it's all like kind of related because I've realized after watching Sakura go through this shit, in the past generation, like Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, we didn't really see too much parent interaction. It's like most of these motherfuckers didn't even have parents, like they were either lost, dead, not abandoned, but like, they were either dead, gone. They had parental figures, like they had role models and training and all that type of thing. Sakura, we don't really see her parents too much. Maybe in a filler episode or some shit, but it's like they didn't really get too much into like the whole parental situations and shit. As far as, and then like even when they did, bro, it was on some fucked up shit. Like especially with Gaara's dad. Oh god. it was fucked up back then, bro. Like fuck this shit. Right now it's like and like I said, it's a good way to bring back the old characters, showing what type of emotional stress they got to go through now. Back then it was just training, emotional, training and having to get through the motherfucking shit, having to get on the field and throw them hands. Now it's kind of like, okay, we have seeds now, bro. We know what it was like for us to grow up, bro. And now we got to watch these motherfuckers do that shit. And it's I guess a scary sight for these motherfuckers. I don't got no motherfucking kids. I don't understand that shit, nigga. I'm a solo dolo motherfucker. You already know what it is, nigga. Missing ninja shit, nigga. And before I even get to point 8, Hinata just being in the cut, eavesdropping, like, I was like, bitch, you nosy, bro. Like, it wasn't even the fact that she was eavesdropping, because you know she's going through the shit too. She has a kid. She has Boruto. She has, and later on Hanabi, well, not Hanabi, what the little Himawari. But it was kind of like funny just to see Hanada just, you know, still be there after they had like, because you kind of forgot they were there, because she walks in, they have this deep ass conversation, that be in Sasuke and Sakura. And then they kind of, after having like a 5-minute fucking conversation, they pop back into Hanada, and she's like, Sakura. And it's like, God damn, bitch. Like, when I seen it, I was like, God damn, you could at least snuck away, bro. Like, have some respect, bro. But on to point A. So, we're at this position where Shikadai and Boruto, they've been training and all that. And they're looking into a campfire, and they're trying to, you know, figure out how can we put more pressure into your Rasengan, right? They're looking into a fire, right? And as they do this, I'm thinking to myself, will they add another nature? Are they going to have the wind and the fire? Because remember in Naruto Shippuden, I believe it was Naruto or Naruto Shippuden, when they were discussing the chakras and the chakra natures and the weaknesses. And Boruto was saying, well, mine's wind. And then, you know, Sasuke had lightning, and he also had fire, right? And they were saying, well, lightning is better than wind, but in Naruto's perspective, it was like, well, my wind will match Sasuke's fire, as in they were still going to be a team one day. That, you know, he was still thinking about them being together, and it finally paid off way near the end of that series, right? So I'm thinking, dog, is he gonna combine that shit? That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know. I don't even fucking know, and I'm a little bit upset because at point 9 they kind of leave you at they leave you at a cliffhanger, bro. Because by the time, and then also Kakashi was there in the cut, kind of like on some Hanada shit. He was eavesdropping. He's like, oh, he finally gets it, bro. He's gonna move these mountains. I don't know what the fuck that means, and this gets me onto my point 9, because they leave you clueless, because Shikadai, you know, he's coming back to his homie. He's gonna say, all right, we're back on his training shit, but he comes back, the rock is already obliterated. And I'm like, y'all some motherfucking faggots. Y'all could have gave me a little taste. I'm gonna ask y'all, what do y'all think? What the fuck? Like, how did he do it? If it's not adding another nature, how the fuck does he do it? Because they were talking about the element of being a diamond, hard as diamonds, and it's kind of the same thing as the makeup of not carbon, but charcoal. And a few videos back, I was saying, like, maybe they need more fire. Maybe they need, like, natural fire or some shit. I was in someone's comment section and I said that shit. I don't know who. Maybe Naruto Explained. Shout out to Naruto Explained. Shout out to Bara B. But I was saying, like, because I'm not a fucking chemist, but I was saying, I think maybe fire and carbon, something that has to do with that shit. I'm like, I said, leave it up to the motherfucking smart niggas. I said, leave it up to the motherfuckers, you know? And then, point 10. Kakashi is a crazy motherfucker, bro. Because what the fuck is that nigga's name? Oh, fuck, I forget his name, bro. But he's part of the fucking police force. He does the fucking interrogating. Forget the motherfucker's name, bro. I thought that nigga was dead, to be honest. I'm gonna keep it real. I thought that nigga was dead in the last series. I thought he blew up in that motherfucking... I thought he blew up when that meteor hit the fucking headquarters. I thought that nigga was out. But Kakashi pulls up on him. He's like, yo, I need a favor, dog. And they go back to the fucking police force, and they're gonna have Boruto fight the motherfucker that they caught from the whole Mujino Bandits arc. And I don't know, bro. That's some crazy shit. Like, Kakashi on some other shit. Kakashi, and I like that, because he's unorthodox. You don't really know, even in his retired state, you don't really know what the fuck he's gonna do, what kind of session he's gonna put you through. Like, imagine, and he's a way better trainer than motherfucking, what's that nigga named Konohamaru. He's a way better sensei. In this little bit of an arc, I feel like, honestly, I feel like Boruto has probably learned more from Mujino and from Kakashi than he has from Konohamaru. I mean, if you a young nigga, bruh, it's like, all right, let's like say I'm chilling with my dad, right? And we go out and I see my nigga get knocked out. Like, I see my dad get knocked the fuck out. I don't know how that would be, like, because right now, nigga, to me, even to this day, bruh, my dad is like, that nigga crazy. That nigga's like Superman to me. Like, I feel like he could still beat my ass. But if I were to be like, I don't know, what, Boruto's like 12? If I were to be 12 years old and I just see a nigga knock my dad out, I'm like, bruh. Like, my dad, like, He would beat me at basketball. I'm pretty sure I could give him that work now at basketball. He would beat me at Madden. He would beat me at all these things. There was one time I almost beat him at Madden, but like I did this weird thing where I didn't go for the field goal because I didn't know the math at that point. I thought it was gonna be 1 point instead of 3 points. I would have won if I kicked the field goal, but I decided to go for it on like 4th and short or some shit. He stopped me, and then he told me at the end of the day, like, "Hey man, you could have won, right? You would have kicked that field goal, you would have won, right?" But I still haven't beat my dad in Madden. I still haven't. Well, I know he could. I could beat him in basketball, but he used to stun on me in basketball, even with the little 6-foot hoop, the little one that you gotta put water in, and you could like take the slide off and raise it up and down. Like that nigga used to dunk on me, all types of shit. So like to see him get knocked out. If I were to ever see him get knocked out, it's kind of like, dog, are you still my dad? you know. So Konohamaru, bro, you gonna have to get your shit together just for the fucking culture, bro. Do it for fucking Boruto before, like, I don't know, bro. But I'm gonna end that right there. Happy Sunday, y'all. Good fucking day. Good fucking episode. I'm ready for that manga, dog. You already know, bro. In about a couple days, 2 days, it's the 19th? Is it the 19th? Nigga, tomorrow? If it's the 9th, let me get my, hold on, pimpin'. Hold on, y'all. Is it the 19th? Nigga, come on, bro. I don't give a fuck. Come on. Oh, it's the 18th, y'all. I almost got a little bit too excited. So in 2 days, you already know, bro. I don't really read it on camera. I only did that one time, and it ended up being a real good chapter. But a lot of you motherfuckers is trying to, drop spoilers and shit. I don't do the spoilers, dog. I don't do the spoilers. I know y'all niggas need to get your content in. I don't do that. I don't do that shit. I don't know if I want to read it to hear or if I want to just discuss it, because the last time I tried to read it, it wasn't really that popping of a chapter, and it was kind of like, okay. But the one time I did it, the first time I did it, I want to say it was like a chapter where I don't want to say no names because it's the anime. I'm gonna just leave it at that. But the one time I did do it, or the first time I did it, it ended up being a crazy chapter, and I got good reaction and shit, like a real, like, actual reaction. The second time, it just wasn't the shit. But I'm going to leave y'all with that. We had 17 minutes. Now I got to drive to a motherfucking Walmart, use their Wi-Fi, upload this video. I'm going to say peace, y'all. Happy Sunday once again. Also, I'm going to be dropping more of the homeless nigga type shit content on this channel. I've been writing all the bios because I have videos of me contemplating this shit since, like, I want to say April. April 26th is my first video about this type of shit. And I'm going to just periodically be dropping those, and then like every now and then I do videos like I did in the past, where I'm just driving around and I'm just expressing myself, and I will be dropping those on here too. But I would say peace, my nigga. Love all you motherfuckers. Shout out to all the Boruto content creators. Shout out to the motherfucking Boruto writers and the illustrators. Shout out to fucking Naruto. Shout out to Boruto. Shout out to all my real ones. Shout out to my nigga Black Uchiha 3. Shout out to Naruto Explained. Shout out to Bara B. Shout out to anybody in my motherfucking comment section. Shout out to all my niggas that subscribe. Shout out to the motherfucker who subscribed to my Nat Grandchild channel. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I know who it is. I'm pretty sure I know who it is because you a real one. You always in the comment section. I know. Shout out to my nigga. Peace, y'all.